It all comes down to this, baby. The final countdown has begun. Animal Crossing New Horizons at E3 2021? On June 12th, we will find out. And we have been holding on. We have been praying. We have been wishing. We have been doing all we can to stay patient. And really, this is the golden goose date. Or golden peacock if you like pave. It's the big one. It's where it all comes together. Or where it all falls apart. Like it all feels like it's leading to this one ultimate moment that we're going to share together. And so today I got to give you the very best case scenario based on all of my research and knowledge, and the very worst case scenario. I want to set you up, okay? I want to make sure that your heart knows what it's about to undergo, okay? Are you ready? Can you handle it? I think you can. I love you. I believe in you. And I think you're ready. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hope you're all having a lovely day and hope you're getting excited. We are 3 weeks away from the golden goose, golden peacock for Nintendo. It's their biggest moment of the year. It's a chance for them to say, huzzah, this is what we got. Show me what you got. They'll show us. They have a big direct and a bunch of game announcements and a chance to put their best game, 35 million copy seller, in front of everyone and say, yes, my friends, it's back. It's been a while since we got a true blue update, but I'm going to type it into the game for some good vibrations because we need this thing. But are you ready to hear how this could go so perfectly? Are you ready to hear what could be the best day of your Animal Crossing lives? This is gonna be amazing. We finally got one that brings it all together. My love of games, my love of Disney, my love of smiles. And that's why today's video is sponsored by Disney Emoji Blitz, an awesome match 3 mobile game with more strategy than meets the eye. And so many more characters. Goodness gracious, guys and girls, they've got all your favorites, both big and small. So make sure to click the link in the description down below and download the game today to see if you can spot your favorite. They got Mr. Toad and BB-8, Mufasa in the sky. Guys and girls, this is my childhood. And quite frankly, it's also my adulthood. I even have the emojis in real life. Now, I can't go to the parks every day, but at least with Disney Emoji Blitz, I can play with their faces, and you can do more than just play. You can use them in text messages as well. Once you unlock the emoji in the game, boom, you can use it with your friends, and we're gonna make this even more fun because you're my friends. I'm giving away 3 $20 eShop gift cards. All you gotta do is use my link in the description down below to download the game, reach level 10, screenshot it, and share it with me on Twitter. We'll pick 3 winners in exactly 1 month, so keep your eyes peeled. This game is awesome. Disney is freaking my favorite, and it's just pure joy. All right, so basically the way I see this going down, best case scenario, is honestly better than I've seen people discuss on YouTube. I've seen most people talk about that they think there's going to be a big 2.0 update and it's most likely paid. Okay, I even made a video saying that, hey, if there's a big 2.0 and they include enough stuff, $20 DLC feels totally plausible and maybe even probable at this point based on how the recent updates have gone and continue to shrink. But I think there is another scenario that really would shape up to be awesome, and that is both. A 2.0 update that pays tribute to all the fans that have already paid for this game and have been playing for thousands of hours, and a paid expansion that does not separate the audience, but instead delivers extra features and more. So the way I could see this going is kind of opposite of what a lot of people have been discussing. I think that Nintendo knows splintering your multiplayer audience is a massive mistake. It has been the death knell for many games across many platforms in many different generations. And so what I see Nintendo doing in the best possible world is introducing an Animal Crossing 2.0 update that is, in fact, a multiplayer update. Now, this could be handled in many different ways, whether there's a dedicated multiplayer island, whether they're just new things that you can engage in, whether there's a little hub, or you can put an arcade machine in your house, whether there's just games you access from the menu, I'm not quite sure. But however they want to structure this, the price would be free, and it would allow for everyone that already has ACNH to experience this and enjoy it without having to pay, without having to dip into their wallets. Now, this would ensure that when players go to play multiplayer, the game is flourishing. It's totally full. And yeah, there's 30 plus million players, so it probably would be full even if it was paid. But again, updates of this sort probably should be free. And I wonder if Nintendo views the expansion pass, the DLC, possibly as something different. Why would we not have 2.0 and an expansion pass? The expansion pass could be called something like how they called, Welcome Amiibo in New Leaf. Maybe it has a totally different name. It doesn't have to be numerical. So the best case scenario to me is that we get an update 2.0 like we've been waiting for, like we've been praying for. And this would introduce things like multiplayer, new items, more seasonal events. Okay, it's not going to be like tentpole top of the circus. It's going to just be good. It's going to be like the old-fashioned updates we came to know and love. And then they have the expansion pass that introduces extra content that doesn't splinter the player base and that isn't necessary to enjoy Animal Crossing, but is supplemental and fun. Brewster could fall into either camp, but you could see them integrating some sort of bigger experience on your island, some sort of more fun things for you to do each day, new gameplay features that are special to your island. I could even see a special building on your island, whether that's the museum cafe, a separate cafe, or something we totally haven't even thought of at this point, being the centerpiece of this content. And you're basically paying for more to do. Maybe they bring back some of the quests. You know how you'd really work to get Blather's Museum set up, and you had to work to get KK to come to your island? A great way to justify a $20 price point would be to guarantee like hours of content, right? You have to acquire new materials. They give you new DIYs. You got to build something special to make this all happen. It doesn't just arrive like an update. That's too easy. It's going to be something you work towards and build towards. It's almost like a mini campaign. And in this way, Nintendo would have both. They would have the free update for those of us that want to continue down that path, and they would have the optional DLC. And they would be so different that you'd want to get both, but it wouldn't be required, and it would not fracture the audience or feel like it was driving a wedge in the community. This community is so strong. We stick together like honey and bread, okay? Like cinnamon and sugar. We stick together like movie theaters and sticky popcorn on your shoes. This is how this community has built, and this is how this community will continue. And I think Nintendo knows that, and I'm not sure they really want to put us in a precarious position by making us feel like in order to play with our friends more, we have to buy. That just doesn't seem any more like something I believe in. I think a multiplayer update would be free. It's how it's been done in many other big online games, and with this game continuing to blossom, that is the best case scenario. An update 2.0 that brings what we've come to know and love from updates, and then a brand new paid expansion that introduces either fan favorite characters or brand new characters, fan favorite buildings or new buildings, and feels like a true expansion to our island. Heck, maybe even the dock is incorporated not in the multiplayer island capacity like we've previously supposed, but maybe the dock serves as a way to access a new area. Instead of something multiplayer with Cap'n, what if it's a ticket to a land that allows you to shop at bigger, different stores, to participate in bigger, different events, things that are single player in nature, things that are wholly new. That is the glitz and glamour. That is the shooting star in the sky perspective. But now let's go to the other side. And my character, he can barely handle this, so he's gonna exit stage right. The worst case scenario, I think, honestly, is that Animal Crossing does get some mention. I cannot see a scenario where ACNH gets nothing during E3. But in the worst case scenario, it is not part of the E3 Direct. It does not get a brand new trailer. It merely gets a little post. Now, this would be a post on Twitter, the official Animal Crossing Twitter, which they have utilized for almost all of their updates. They've utilized it for everything from the really fun, fleshed out ones to the really tiny mini blog posts. And the worst case scenario to me, it's not even horrible, because I do think that we'll get something. Whether that's a new crossover, maybe Legend of Zelda Villagers, whether that is a new amiibo card series, the one that we've heard rumored and thought about based on the way the amiibo are numbered, I really think that you will get something. And so it's not going to be like the update that everyone wants. It's going to be super fleshed out in that way, but it would be still fun. It would be something. It seems impossible to me, just like I can't cross this chasm, that Nintendo goes radio silent on ACNH during the week of E3. That to me is unlikely, and that to me would be shocking, and something was seriously wrong. Now, I could see them not having any more substantial updates, and the idea of paid DLC just being something stuck in our heads, and maybe all these data mines were merely features they were testing out and don't plan to ever incorporate, or if they do, it's way down the line. So this doom and gloom honestly has some bright spots, because I would love new amiibo cards. I'd love the Zelda crossover villagers. I thought the Sanrio set was just so fun. Maybe not the act of going to Target and trying to acquire them, or getting online at 8 a.m. and trying to fight through their freaking system that did not allow you to buy anything easily. but the actual Sanrio with the other items is pretty dang cute, right? Like, that was absolutely cuddle-rific. And so I think that you would get something of that sort. The, like, lowest that I could see would be, like, a special little E3, hey, we've got a new item pack and it's coming in July, like some new firework gear and some new 4th of July stuff. Like, that would be, like, absolute minimum. But in this world, I would predict, like, Zelda crossover or amiibo cards. There's a perfectly happy medium, right? A middle ground where we get an update or we get a paid expansion, but not both. And that probably is the most likely, right? A world where we get two might be getting a little greedy. So we could get either another free update that, in my opinion, would just continue along, but it would be substantial because it is summer and they know that the player base is starting to be impatient, or it would be that paid expansion. And who knows what that paid expansion could include. Maybe it's Brewster, maybe it's multiplayer, maybe it's not. But I really don't think that multiplayer is going to be part of paid anymore. That's kind of like something that I've been really thinking about and really putting through the paces in my head, and it just does not make sense. I am really excited, though, because in my prediction, in my world, based on everything I've seen, Animal Crossing not getting a bleep during the week is really, really, really a small smidge. And I base this not only on the fact that E3 is very large and an incredibly important moment for Nintendo, not only that this game is one of the biggest they've built and one of the most important things they've got going on, but also the fact that it has been a while since the last ACNH anything. April 26th, in fact, and by June 12th, we're talking about 6-7 weeks since anything happened with ACNH. And if history is our guide, we have not gone more than 7-8 weeks without anything. So it feels inevitable, even if it's small, that they want to remind us, keep hitting that drum. ACNH ain't going away. It's here to stay, even if it's tiny. So I just can't see them ignoring it completely. That would feel very disingenuous. It would feel very ignorant. And it would flat out feel wrong. You know, like, don't you think that would be just so disrespectful if this game got nothing? So it ranges from best case double dip update, one free, one paid, all the way down to just a tweet with something fun, and the middle ground, and probably the most likely, which is either an update or a paid expansion. So many games on Switch have gotten paid expansions that is where I will lean right now, but we still got a couple weeks. I'll still keep my eyes and ears peeled for you guys, and I'll report back if I hear anything else as soon as I do. You know I got you covered. Hashtag Trust SwitchForce. Try to bring you the fastest, best, quality, cool, quirky, and fun AC videos on the planet. I love you guys so much. Thanks for supporting me. I cannot wait to experience E3 with you. It's going to be many of your first E3. It's going to be Animal Crossing New Horizons' chance to blow us away or beat us down. And we're going to live through it together. And we will be stronger and better friends by the end of it. And it's going to be so darn good. And if you want to play a fun game as well while you wait, make sure to download Disney Emoji Blitz. Enter into that contest. Check it all out. Use the link in the description down below. Support the channel and have some fun with some happy Disney faces. I freaking love it. So I love you guys as well. Until next time, thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. It's coming. And until next time, SwitchForce out.